Yes, we continue the topic. Actually, in the field, that is for the crops or the soil, for the crops, the soil should be the pH. Usually, the soil pH value will be 4.5 to 8. 4.5 to 8. It is a range. It is a range of soil. Rice, it will grow in the slightly acidic condition. Sugarcane will grow in the neutral condition of neutral soil, and citrus fruits like orange and lemon, they will grow in the slightly alkaline condition. Okay, if the soil is more acidic, then you have to add calcium hydroxide or calcium carbonate to make it neutral. Or if it is basic, you can add the organic manure or you can add the gypsum. Yes, this is the way how to, if you add the gypsum for it, once again from too basic, it will become the neutral soil. Now, how to identify that a given soil is neutral, acidic or basic? How to identify it? It is also easy because huge quantity of soil will be there. And if you take, for example, take an example here. Yes, if it is a field of agriculture, how to identify, how to collect the soil from these all the areas. For example, in this manner, it is a way. If you go from this Z manner, manner of Z, here point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These all are the points. You have to dig the soil for almost 1.5 feet. Almost 1.5 feet. And here, when you dig the soil in this part, 1.5 feet, automatically you have to gather, you have to collect that soil. And from here, here, all the points, collect all the soil, and this soil you have to take to the sample of the soil from all the parts of this whole area or the whole field, collect it and take to the office, agriculture office. They will test the pH of the soil. Then they will tell you, yes, exactly which soil is available for you. Is it acidic soil? Is it basic soil? Is it a neutral soil? And what type of crop should be grown in your field? Because a lot of times just we grow the crops, but we are not able to get sufficient quantity of yield. Every time will tell that yes, everything is good until the end of the year. At the time of harvesting, we are not able to get the proper yield. This is the biggest problem. It is a challenge because maximum people, they don't know, especially these farmers, they don't know why to go for these all things. When they go, this is the manner, proper way to check the pH of your agriculture field, pH of your soil of the agriculture field. This is the way, the Z manner, automatically. When you get it, you can get the idea what type of soil you are having and what type of crop you have to grow it. On that basis, you can add this calcium hydroxide or calcium carbonate if your soil is acidic. And by chance, if your soil is basic, you can add the gypsum or the organic matter. At that time, you will get a good yield. Yes, it will be benefit for all the farmers. It is a topic. Yes, it is in the crops. Third, in the medicines. Yes, in the medicines, already I told you, the pH of the blood, the pH of the urine. Blood is 7.4, urine is 6, the range of 6. Still lot of things are will be there. And from our body, urine, the pH value, approximate pH value of the urine is 6, approximate is 7.4. In the medicines, actually all the diseases cannot be diagnosed directly. Some diseases are diagnosed on the basis of pH value of blood as well as urine. I think so know about that. The hospitals, the doctors will go, they will take this blood and urine samples. On the basis of blood and urine samples, they go for the diagnose or the treat for the patients, because they want to know that what is the pH value of blood or urine. On the basis of this, some medicines will be provided on the basis of your pH value of your urine as well as blood. Okay, next is in the digestive system. In the digestive system, yes, what happens in the digestive system? Actually, all of us know that every moment our body will release the digestive glands, especially at the time of when we consume the food. Usually we are having a chemical, it is called as a strongest chemical, that is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid in our body, HCl, in our body, its pH value is 1 to 2. The range of pH value of HCl present in our body is 1 to 2. Exactly approximate number of 1.2 to 1.5. Once again, in narrow range, not exactly 1, not exactly 2, it will be changing. 1.2 to 1.5 usually it will be there, but sometimes it becomes 2 also, sometimes it becomes 1 also. Yes, consumption of more quantity of acidic food. Consumption of more quantity of acidic food will create a problem for the body. HCl, what happens if you consume more quantity of acid food, especially like spices or any of the acidic food, automatically leads to the acidity. Yes, the more quantity of acidity in the body, and when it releases more quantity of acidity in our body, automatically our body, in our stomach, there will be a lot of irritation, which leads to the acidity. Yes, because of this excess quantity of HCl released in our body leads to the acidity. To get rid of this acidity, we have to use some antacids. Which are the antacids? Usually there is a base, there is a salt. You can use both of them. One is milk of magnesia. Magnesium hydroxide, it's also called as milk of magnesia, or one more is sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. Sodium hydrogen carbonate or magnesium hydroxide, we can use any of them, any one. It may be magnesium hydroxide or it may be sodium bicarbonate. By using any one of them, yes, the acidity level will be decreased. I think so heard about the Eno. Actually, it will be having usually one of this content, especially it will be having sodium bicarbonate. Yes. Yes, magnesium hydroxide called as milk of magnesia, sodium bicarbonate called as baking soda. These two will give relief for us from the acidity, because acidity, still if you ignore the acidity, it may lead to the hyperacidity. So only it is most important to get rid of this. So you can use any one of the chemical, milk of magnesia or baking soda. Okay. Okay, we'll go for the next topic. This next is of the tooth decay. Yes. Usually, we all consume the sweets, chocolates, and all those products. Actually, what happens when we consume these all the sweets? Automatically, lot of sweets will be sticked in the part or some parts of the teeth, and these sweets or chocolates slowly the bacteria present in the mouth, they try to convert, they convert this all quantity, whatever the sugar is there, whatever the chocolate products are, that is sugar only, those will be converted into acid, and it may lead to the tooth decay, because the pH of the mouth decreases to the 5.5, below 5.5. Yes, in saving tooth decay, what to use it? Yes, usually whenever we will have these sweets, no, immediately we should have some quantity of water. We should drink some quantity of water, or later on after having the food we should brush the teeth, because this toothpaste will mix from acid content of our mouth to the basic, especially usually this toothpaste will be having the basic content, and when you use this toothpaste, automatically our mouth has become already acidic. Acid plus base, our mouth will become neutral. Below the pH value of 5.5 of the mouth, automatically our tooth start to decay, and to prevent it, what to do? We have to use the toothpaste. But use the toothpaste, automatically it makes our mouth as a neutral. Okay. Then the next point, for the defense system of the small insects, defense system. Yes, difference in the insects, especially the bees or the small termites or small ants. These all contain a chemical called as methanoic acid. the bee sting. It is also called as formic acid. Yes, bee sting, whenever these bees will bite to us or whenever the ant bites us, the quantity of the formic acid in the ant will be very less content. Still, it creates an irritation for the human being, and the quantity of the bee sting, quantity of the formic acid of the bee sting will be more. Automatically, it creates a lot of trouble for us. It is for the defense for those animals called as self-defense. Always these bees will be bee sting. When they bite to us, no, that area will create a lot of trouble, lot of irritation will be there. What to use? We have to use some bases for it. Automatically, the stung area will be relieved. It is about the defense in the insects. A small animal or a plant will also having its own defense system. Okay, we'll go for the next part. Yes, especially now the most important, which is leading a lot of trouble for the monuments, that is acid rain. Yes, acid rain. When you go for the acid rain, actually usually we are having the rainfall, but the acid rain pH value will be different, below 5.6. The pH of acid rain will be below 5.6 when it fall, because I think so all of you remember it. Acid rain consists of nitric acid and sulfuric acid, and these chemicals, when they directly fall on the acids mixed with the rainfall, these acids mixed with the rainfall, when they fall on the monuments, yes, the monuments, the marble of the monuments will get trouble. There will be spots on these marbles of the monuments. I think so know about the Taj Mahal. Lot of companies have been shifted from the Taj Mahal area to the almost 15 to 20 kilometers far away from Taj Mahal, because they were releasing huge, those companies were, or the industries were releasing the huge quantity of the gases which were combining with the rain or the atmospheric air, which were about to fall as acid rain. Yes, this is a problem. If acid rain falls on the monuments, there will be spots will remain permanently on those marbles of the, especially Taj Mahal. The color may be changed. So only they have shifted lot of companies from the Taj Mahal. Yes, it is there. Acid rain is still more dangerous if it fall on the agriculture field. Lot of crops will not get proper yield. So only acid rain is problematic in any part of the world. Yes, now you got the idea why pH is most important. pH of every chemical increasing or decreasing will create a lot of mess. Now we will go for the next part, the last part of your topic, that is called as salts. What are the salts? How they have been formed? Salts are formed by the combining of acids and bases. These have been combined from acids and bases. For example, hydrochloric acid is reacting with the sodium hydroxide to form sodium chloride and water. Yes, salt. Sodium chloride is a salt. In the salt, acid salts have been formed with the help of acids and bases. When they combine with each other, it has been formed salt. Yes, the salts are most important. Actually, for your syllabus, there are 5 different types of salts are there. That is, the first salt is sodium chloride. Yes, the second salt is bleaching powder. The formula of bleaching powder is CaOCl2. It is also called as calcium oxychloride. Yes, the third salt is baking soda. Baking soda, its formula is NaHCO3. The fourth salt is washing soda. Yes, the formula of washing soda is Na2CO3.10H2O. Yes, the last one is plaster of Paris. The plaster of Paris, it is a chemical of calcium sulfate hemihydride. Yes, these are the 5 salts of your syllabus. Sodium chloride, bleaching powder, baking soda, washing soda, and at last is plaster of Paris. Before going for these all things, we will go for the types of salts. Yes, we are having because sodium chloride, common salt, it comes under the, yes, it comes under common salt or a neutral salt. Bleaching powder, calcium oxychloride, comes under the mixed salt. In this way, we are having 6 kinds of salts are there. Before going through this, we will go for those points. Kinds of salts. Okay, the first kind of salt is a neutral salt, a normal salt. The second salt is acid salt. The third type of salt is basic salt. The fourth salt is double salt. The fifth salt, it is called as mixed salt. And the last one salt is, it is called as complex salt. Yes, neutral salt, acid salt, basic salt, double salt, mixed salt and complex salt. These are the 6 types of salts are present. 6 kinds of salts are there. Neutral salt, just now we were having one of the example. Why I am separating it? Because every salt comes under different kinds actually here. If you take about the normal salt system, I told it is sodium chloride or sodium sulfate. Sodium chloride or sodium sulfate comes under neutral salt, and sodium bisulfate comes under the acid salt. Sodium bisulfate, sodium biphosphate. We will go for one by one. Yes, what happens in the neutral salt? Sodium hydroxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride and water. Sodium hydroxide is reacting with the hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride. A strong acid, a strong base, forming a neutral salt. Yes, strong acid, strong base is giving a neutral salt. Or if you go for the 2 more, magnesium hydroxide is reacting with the sulfuric acid. Magnesium sulfate and water. What about this? Is it a strong base? No. It's a medium, weak base. Strong acid. So the result is bit different. So we'll not consider this. We'll consider sodium sulfate. sodium hydroxide reacts with the sulfuric acid to form sodium sulfate and water. So once again we have got the neutral salt. Neutral salt. Next, if you go for it, it is acidic salt, basic salt, and remaining mixed salt, double salt, and the last one is complex salt. We'll have a glance on these all the salts, and from here we'll go for the next part, that is the family of salts, that is the sodium chloride, bleaching powder, baking soda, washing soda, and at last is plaster of Paris. Okay, thank you to all of you.